He joins us on the couch. Lyndon, welcome back to footy.
Thanks for having me, boys. Yeah, it was bloody good to be back. Certainly a lot harder tonight than running around chasing the white line on the boundary like I have been, but yeah, to get back, it's been something that I've been working on for a long time, and to put the performance in, especially in the second half like we did, was it's a real feather in the cap for the boys.
And how good was it watching that Sherrin float between those two big sticks for the first time in 733 days?
Hopefully that was the footy gods looking after me, Jared. I don't know how I got down there and how it went through. The only thing I was thinking about was my ball drop and kicking it through. I don't know how far it went over the line. But it was certainly nice to kick a sausage.
Yep.
And then I did what all good forwards do and ran straight to the bench and had a break.
Unbelievable. You should have stayed on the bench for doing that, mate. Stay down at full forward. Lyndon, what's the game feel like? So you've missed 733 days, haven't played for that long. Does the game feel any different?
Oh, not really. It's just, with the boys that haven't been playing in the ones, there's, scratch matches happening and training sessions, and the intensity certainly lifts from that. But that feeling of playing league footy is something that I've been chasing for a long time, and it probably gets harder as you get older, but I don't know how much has changed. The game's a little bit shorter this year, and the whole landscape of AFL's changed this year, so it's something that no one's ever sort of experienced, and it's probably brought the playing field back to myself a little bit, which has been nice, but it's still hard to get a kick, hard to stop your bloke getting a kick, but the rewards at the end, like singing the song, it's the best part of the week, and at the moment you can do it every 4 days or 5 days, which is even better. I just love singing the song, and that's why I play footy.
Hey, Lyndon, the club hasn't been in great form, that has to be said. We know you've had a lot of your really senior and your best players out through injury. How was the club approaching the game tonight? Was it trying to work on the little things that we need to improve, scoring and alike, or was it this is just a game we've got to screw ourselves up and win at absolutely all costs?
No, we certainly treat it like any other game, and our focuses didn't change too much from the Sydney game. When was that? Last Thursday. We really want to own the ground, the shape of the ground in defence, and let our ball movement sort of shift from the contest. And to Adelaide's credit, and for the last few weeks they've been right in the games for a long way, and we knew that if we stuck to our guns and got going in the midfield and get our halfbacks running with aggression and our forwards presenting at the footy like they can, we're really hard to match up on for any team in the comp. So to stick to our guns for longer than the Crows tonight was why we came down here, and it's been a huge day up and back from Maroochydore in the same day, but that's no excuse. Every team's got to do that at the moment. But the 4 points is what we came for, and we'll take that.
Lyndon, tonight was the first night you've kicked 10 or more goals since round 3. Are you concerned at your lack of scoring power?
Well, any wonder the fullback needs to float down and kick a goal early because the forwards couldn't get it done. But it's not something we really speak about. Our defence, we're a really good defensive team.
Yep.
And to be fair, we haven't been taking our chances in the last few weeks, and we've acknowledged that within the four walls. And, it's one part of the game that hasn't changed over 120 odd years. Kicking goals and that nervous energy and lining up for goal will never change, and it's always a hard part of the game, and you really need to take your chances, because now when you give the ball back anywhere on the ground, you give the opposition a chance to really go the other way, and it's almost a 12-point turnaround, and it's really hard to score quickly, and that's why I want to make the most of our chances, and we've been trying to rectify that, and we'll continue to do that going forward into Melbourne this week.
Hey, Lyndon, great story, mate. It was and when the announcement was made that you were playing, everyone was smiling, and then you get the win. So the trade-off's great, because the question sometimes we ask is, why put yourself through it when you've been through so much? But I think the trade-off comes with the song, as you said. But what was it like in the last 24 hours since you've been named? I would imagine your phone's been running hot and the well-wishes have been aplenty.
The love and support from not only my family and my teammates, but Collingwood supporters, old Melbourne supporters, the footy public in general have been great, and AFL footy and playing league footy is something that I've only ever wanted to do from when I was 4 years old, and you can't do it forever, and I'm certainly a lot closer to the end than the start, and I've been chasing the feeling that I got tonight from running back out the race and singing the song after the game. That's the whole reason that I've tipped into my body and my rehab and getting back out there. I haven't just done it for the sake of doing it. I still believe I bring a lot to the team and a lot to the footy club, and Tonight was only a small stepping stone for where I want to get to later in the year and for the rest of my career. But it's certainly nice to be back, and I've certainly felt the love and support from everyone.
Lyndon, it looked like you really enjoyed it. Did you approach the game with a different attitude, a bit more devil-may-care because of how long you've been out of the game? Because I'm not sure you've tried many banana kick passes in the back 50 before.
My creative mind gets me into trouble at times. You can ask any wonder. I had 7 coaches at Melbourne. I must have been the coach killer, but my creative mind can get me into trouble at times. But I just love playing footy, and the game these days is so free-flowing and creative, and blokes can really go out there and show their skills. And I'm not as skillful as others, but to be honest, I was probably just too tired to put the ball into a drop punt position, and I just tried to get rid of it pretty quick. But it got there in the end, thank God.
Lyndon, the plane leaves in about 40 minutes, so we won't take up any more of your time. You're a great footy story tonight. Congratulations and good luck for the rest of the year.
Cheers, boys. Good to be back, and thanks for having me.
Lyndon Dunn, a special player according to all those who have played with him across 2 clubs, and just a great footy story to get him back.